Hello everyone, it's Tuesday. Let's look at the Nifty. Before we start, it is important to remember that this is not investment advice. This is educational content. Please refer to the disclaimer and consult a professional for investment advice. We're looking at the Nifty now. What I've said specifically over the last few weeks is what's playing out on the Nifty. You can see these levels that I've mapped out here, and Nifty is exactly around those levels now. I've told you last week that the Nifty is entering a phase where it will start indicating a topping formation or an overbought zone. So it has done both now. With this candle on the 2nd of September, it's indicated a topping formation start. This means that it's going to give us a very, very important zone. This zone that the Nifty is making right now is going to be super important to the resistance and support led movements later on. The Nifty needs to sustain about these levels that I'm going to talk about now. The levels are not completely formed yet. The Nifty might still decide to stretch this zone further. And over the next few days, that is until the next video, you will see this zone form very, very clearly. Now, when I talked about this zone specifically last week, these are the yellow markers that I had placed as support and resistance. I told you that this is still forming, and that is still the case. So I had approximated a zone high of 25375 and a zone low of 24880. Nifty has shown us that it's going to sag a little more. So 24753 is where the Nifty has formed this bottom candle yesterday, and that is going to be the bottom of this zone for now, unless the Nifty decides to stretch this out a little more. And the top side, we can maintain it at 25375, or we can look at 25333. And this is the zone that the Nifty is forming right now. That's going to be super crucial for it. The Nifty can indicate a top here and slip off 24753 and head towards lower levels. That is a possibility that can definitely happen. Currently, we're still seeing the Nifty bullish. A topping formation or a top or an overbought indication does not mean that the Nifty is going to stop there. It is just an indication of a zone that is of high importance. Yes, it definitely does mean though that the Nifty is going to be slightly overbought from here on. That has never stopped any market from going up further, unfortunately or fortunately. So it is best to just look at the price performance and base your trades on that rather than any assumptions as to what the Nifty is going to do. We can constantly try and predict the Nifty based on these levels that I'm drawing here. Currently, this is what the Nifty is telling us. It's telling us it's forming a zone of high importance because this is a zone that forms once in a few years. The last one of these formed way back in 2021 before the base formation, and then we saw a large upsurge from there. So now, after 3 whole years almost, we're seeing a formation towards the top. It means that the Nifty could potentially stop here, but also means that this could be a zone that the Nifty forms as a strong support and launch from here. There'll definitely be a pause of some sort. There'll definitely be a test. Even last week, I told you specifically that even the zone, if the zone has been cleared, the Nifty might just come back and test it. We've seen a slight pullback, not a significant one. However, that is still happening. It's still in play. So Tuesday next week, please watch out for a clearer support and resistance zone that the Nifty is going to indicate. This is going to be crucial to all Nifty performance going forward. That means we're talking about long-term performance, that this is going to offer great resistance or support to depending on which side of that it breaks towards. The breakage towards a certain side is indicated by these sags that happen. So for example, if this is the zone, these two red lines, and you see a sag like this happening, that tells you very clearly, indicates to you that the break is going to be towards that direction. And similarly, there are other indicators to momentum of in direction as well. Nifty is currently in the positive and moving upwards. So our plays and trades are going to be towards more upside on the Nifty. So play in favor of the market so that you can make better gains and also not be trapped in any opposite sudden move. Now for months here, I've very specifically called out the fact that since April and March, this is September now, since April and March, we've seen a lot of stocks that form the Nifty indicating an overbought zone. That is finally coming to play on the Nifty too. But then again, I'm just going to repeat that entering an overbought zone does not mean that the stock is going to stop there. Yes, it makes it risky investment for somebody to enter at these zones. You're not meant to enter at these zones. These are zones of profit booking or for holding the portfolio further to enhance your gains. This is not a zone for people to enter. There's a lot of noise in the market right now about buying shares and getting into the stock market and all of this. This noise you tend to see happens when markets have come close to being overbought. And this is a typical retail trader trap that you shouldn't fall into. So I would advise a lot of care and analysis into such zones. Use such analysis in your favor and understand that, okay, this is a zone to watch for more profits if you've already entered the market. In the future, if you get to invest in a lower zone, this would be a zone where you're enjoying existing profits, but also waiting for more to happen, possibly more to happen, or end up booking profits to look for better prices in the future. Those of you that are disappointed that, ah, gosh, I did not get to enter the market, this is a frequent event. This happens every now and then. And for a fact that there are still stocks that are way away from these zones and also making bases that are actually turning right now. So you can look at those. The Nifty is comprised not only just 50 stocks, the stock markets themselves, of thousands of stocks that you can look at various stages of play in the market. So there is always an opportunity that you can look for. If there's a specific stock or index that you'd like me to look at, please go ahead and comment and let me know. And please do share, like, and subscribe to the channel itself if you like the content. This is going to be important for Nifty going forward. So I hope that this was useful. Thank you for watching.